Hi, everyone, and welcome to day 2 of our Get Lit series. Today, we're going to be doing two things. One, you're going to be revising the work you did yesterday based on the feedback we provide. And the second thing is you're going to try it all over again with section B. All right, so let's get started by first examining our multiple choice answers. So if you remember yesterday, I talked about how multiple choice questions are really looking to have you show that you can understand what's in a reading directly. So that's for explicit meaning. Then looking for things that you have to kind of figure out by reading between the lines for implicit meaning. And then making a connection to the reading or with your personal experience to the reading. And that's a making connection. So what I would like you to do is with an elbow partner or in a small group, I want you to kind of look at each other's answers. You're asked to cheat. So you're going to share what answer you provided for the multiple choice section. We didn't mark it. It's in the video. So take a look at your person beside you. Talk to them. Explain how you came up with your answer. Work together to examine why the text is suggesting that type of skill. Meaning, is it asking you for explicit, implicit, or making a connection? All right. So you're going to do all 5. I'm going to do the first one with you so you know what I'm talking about. All right. So question number 1, let's take a look and see what is being asked. It says, why doesn't Jacinta obey the store clerk immediately? So is it because she wants to prove she's not a thief? She wonders why the rule's in place. She's afraid her backpack will get lost, or she's worried her calculator will get stolen. So now let's go to the reading and see what we can find. So the clerk starts demanding here, leave your backpack by the door. Why? Asked Jacinta. The woman shrugged her shoulders. That's the policy. But the floor's slushy, Jacinta said. We don't want our backpacks to get wet. You see, if the question was explicit, then the answer would be she doesn't want to get her backpack wet. But that's not an answer to choose from. So it's not explicit. So let's see if we can figure out what else is going on. I'm sorry, but I can't let you walk around with your backpacks. We've been having problems with theft lately. Well, we're not trying to cause trouble, but ... And then Dave goes on to say, my calculator's in my bag, Dave pleaded. Somebody could steal it. I'd be in trouble if I lost it. What are we supposed to do? All right, so now if we go back, does she want to prove she's not a thief? Nah, there's no mention of that. Is she wondering why the rule's in place? Possibly. Is she afraid her backpack will get lost? No mention of that. And is she worried that her calculator will get stolen? No, that's Dave. Dave's worried. So the most likely, most correct answer is she's wondering why the rule is in place. And you kind of get that if you're reading between the lines right here when she says, we're not trying to cause trouble. So it's not that, she's trying to say, we're not trying to, be bothering you by asking questions, but ... She's probably wondering, like, why do you have this policy in the first place? Especially since they're nice, good kids who are never going to do anything wrong. So that's what's the implied answer. So I would be writing that in the box right over here. And then I would be putting that B is the correct answer. I would suggest you do this in pencil because when I show you the answers, you might want to make some changes just in case you and your partner and your little team maybe had a wrong hunch. Anyways, take a few minutes, work through questions 2, 3, 4, and 5 with the person sitting next to you or in a small group and come up with the correct answers and explain your rationale for why that is the correct answer in the space provided. All right, so pause the video, teachers, and let your students have about 10 minutes to do this activity. Okay, hopefully you have worked through the multiple choice and you kind of figured out what the question was asking you, you know what the skill was, and you got the correct answer. I'm going to show you the correct answers right now. Yay, I got number 1 right. You're reading for implicit meaning. You have to read between the lines, and you kind of figure it out by Jacinta's tone and motivation. So the correct answer is B. Here it is for number 2. It's implicit. And it's indicating the thought is incomplete with that ellipsis, which is that ... And there's the D. For number 3, you're making a connection. And this is because in Canada, sometimes when we say, oh my gosh, that's such a mess, what we're really meaning is that it's a problem. So you have to know that in order to identify that this is a making a connection. The correct answer is D. For number 4, you're reading for explicit meaning. And It's really in the reading directly saying how she's encountered problems with theft before. So the answer is B. Number 5, you're making a connection. Okay, and that's the fact that her resolution involves a compromise. So you can see that that would be the most plausible title for this selection, and the answer is D. Okay, the other thing that we asked you to do was to highlight the paragraph under the one that I did for you. Some students didn't do that. Please make sure you go ahead and do it. You do not have to highlight the entire sentence, just highlight the key words, and make sure you do that with the highlighting the question too, so we know that you're understanding the PPC. You'll notice that we would have either put a P with a question mark or a P with a check mark based on if we understood what you were saying or if the answer was correct. So decode this paragraph. It will help you understand what to do to answer the question. So that's something you're going to have to do. And the second thing that you're going to have to do is take a look at the feedback we provided for you right here in this section. Now, I just wanted to highlight one of the common mistakes that we saw. The question is asking, describe how the clerk's attitude changes. That's the point. So you need a sentence that says something along the lines of, the store clerk's attitude changes from blank to blank. Right? That's a change. So an attitude change is something like going crazy to going calm, or going calm to going crazy, or mad to sad, or sad to happy. It's a change in attitude. So make sure you make that really clearly stated in about one sentence. Then you want to use specific details from the reading that shows you how the clerk's attitude changes. And then you're going to support your answer. You're going to provide that final connection. I would suggest 3 sentences, 1 for point, 1 for proof, 1 for connection. If you do it that way, it should be a lot easier for you to focus your writing. Use the rough note space down here to rewrite it. Excuse me. And so at that point, you should be able to fix this up, all right? So please pause the video, give your students about, again, I would say 5 minutes or so to fix up their work. Again, if it's useful, take a look at the person sitting beside you, take a look at your little groups, and see how they did. Yes, copy, all right? Read, what did they do? Do you understand the PPC? If you do, great. If you don't, take a look at somebody who got perfect, copy it, understand it. Because guess what? After the break, there's more. So pause the video now. Okay, hopefully you've made the changes, you've made some revisions, you're starting to really understand this method because guess what, people? It's section B time. So you're gonna practice this all over again. So you have a new type of reading, you have multiple choice questions and another short answer question. So now you have the rest of the time, about 15 to 30 minutes, depending on how much time your class needs. You're working on section B. Teachers, at the end of the time, please collect all the packages. You're going to put it back in that pink folder with the elastics, and you're going to drop it off either to my office, room 210, or my mailbox. And we will provide you with some more feedback, and hopefully you're going to get a better hang of this. All right, everybody, see you tomorrow. Do your best. And if you have any questions, you can rewatch the video. It's on YouTube. And if not, you can email me at julie.paiva@yrdsb.ca. Come and find me in my office, room 210, or my classroom, room 205. No excuses. Get to work and have fun. See you tomorrow. Bye.